is the town drains, right?
That's what I thought.
Red is the town drains, blue is the Georgetown drains. There are a couple of drains that tie into there, however, as the drain goes over the hill, it's broken in a couple places, so.
I don't see much red on these sides yet.
Who say, I don't get no benefits from this, I live in the town of Cameron, I don't get no benefits from paying that $400.
You're not assessed.
Yeah,
oddly
you're not
enough,
assessed,
either.
but the guy across the street from you's assessed, isn't that fine?
I don't make the
Uh-huh, I know you
rules.
don't.
Sounds
If-
fair.
if
It was
another
done by a
does it-
company that we have doing our watersheds.
I'd like
mean-
to see how mine does it, mine's flat, how does mine get to that drain?
Sounds-
Mine's flat, my land is
Runs
complete.
off of topographical maps, we have access to the state.
Yep,
The town's doing a study to find money to do some projects. I mean, this could be thrown on there, and they could, you know, there's solutions to whether, how much money you're gonna collect versus how much money they could get. I mean, I'm sure the town council would wanna go out for that money, but I mean, they don't have to. I mean,
But we, as a town of Camden, we've been over backwards for this, for drains. I mean, you used to have a drain that went under when Chapman was on, that went under his gravesite. And Mark was on the township trustee, I was on the council, Ralph Rodewald was on the council. Carroll County didn't have any money, and we all went together and chipped in and fixed the pipe and solved the problem. And that's how it ought to work. And we've been over backwards to help, and we had it all done and said and final, and one guy threw the monkey wrench into all of it. And now
I
here we are.
understand your frustration with that, as I've heard of it, I didn't know anything about it at the time, but I understand that. I think we, excuse me. I think we can fix this all, guys, there's no need for us to be upset. What I would like to suggest is that we follow our attorney's advice, and we set a hearing date for, make sure I'm saying this right, Ted, for the, petition to, vacate. And I have personally no intention of voting against the people of Camden. But I would like to know from the engineer that we are not damaging the one farmer to the north that has, what, 5 acres in it, right?
5, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
if you take a look at the map, there is a green line on the north, just, he can tie it
There's a
down.
problem right there, and I don't see red green, see? so-
I'm sorry,
It's called-
very north.
So this here is what I think is stuff like that's the there.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay.
up here is where Wade is. I think it's part of this field here. Right. And it comes down to here. But my concern is, I mean, I'll vacate it, I mean, it's what the people want, but if we vacate it and something happens to somebody's property, who's gonna be reliable?
Well, the town is looking at projects where they can get the funding, and this is one of the things they're looking at. So,
Can you just tell me the last time the county has done work on this drain, the George Hunt drain? The last time the county came in and did maintenance on the drain?
There's never been a maintenance set up on it.
Okay, so, in
For
all
100
that time,
for
in all that
100 years.
time, in all that time, in 100 years, the town has been taking care of that and people's property, and there hasn't been an issue.
right.
So, that's what I'm saying to you, we've already been taking care of it and fixing the drain and dealing with it.
Have they notified the county
Of what?
at those times? On the George Hunt drain? Have they notified?
Right, so, all right, so when the smoke test is done, did anybody notify you that the sanitary sewer is running into the George Hunt drain? No, but the county's gonna be the one responsible. Right, the county's gonna be the one responsible with IDIM when they find out that that's happening.
I believe Jerry has
Look it up, have
spoken,
we done?
I believe Jerry has spoken with
Look it
Chapman.
up.
I haven't heard anything, Gary.
He has, in the past.
No, this is back with
Chapman,
Chapman.
not you, Chapman.
Oh, okay.
You can,
In the past, yes,
I have a
we
question,
have.
attorney, can you vacate with conditions, Mr. Attorney?
I'm sorry. Direct your question to the chair, please.
Mr. Sheriff, can you vacate with conditions that the town take over the drain and do the maintenance on it?
Can we do that, dude?
Yes.
Well, that's more or less relinquishing the jurisdiction, right?
Yeah.
Like what we offered to do, I mean, we was all on board about doing that. But it was we never heard anything back from you guys.
That's the council's decision if they choose to do it. They can get some money to fix it.
It seems like this thing's just more of a big miscommunications, no one's talking to each other. I think I'm gonna be fair with what Bill's saying here, is I think we need to table signing this, have their thing, cause I think they're worried that if we put in an assessment, it's there permanent.
There's no recourse for us.
Right.
So if we don't sign the paperwork to put in an assessment, table it until after their hearing of, what's it called,
Abandonment.
vacating,
You know, vacating.
and then we can probably make a decision after that. Is that possible?
Yes.
That way it makes all parties happy. Cause I'm stuck in the middle. I'm this far away from it on the map. These are my neighbors, my friends, family. I call them friends and family.
Your boss.
My boss, until next week. The intimidation factor right there, you see?
I'm kidding.
No, so I mean, I think that's what we need to do. I mean, excuse my French, we had piss poor communications between everybody. Everybody was headstrong. You guys had to have it done, we didn't get the information, you didn't get the information, and I think it's just a bunch of BS.
So,
I think we need to
moving
move
forward,
from here.
I suggest that one of the council members be the point of contact, so we don't have multiple people, and you work with our clerk treasurer, Jeff Sieber, and communicate, so we don't have this again. Is that fair? You guys are the drainage board.
Yeah, I've been contacting him on.
I know, but I'd rather just be one person, I
You
understand.
want one of them
Huh?
in? You want one of them in?
I think so, because they need to be informed. Obviously, they weren't informed on our side what was happening, and like Steve said,
I mean,
miscommunication.
on the 100% on petition, we didn't get it till June of that third.
No, I get it.
And I heard,
We knew it was
I heard
there,
rumor
that's
there
why
was a
we
petition
waited.
going around, but I didn't know
There,
who all
you
signed it or
should've-
nothing,
should've
so.
postponed
No, I understand, but
But
if
you
one,
can't postpone it if
can.
you don't have the evidence in front of you.
so what I'm saying is, you guys as commissioners and on the drainage board, one person be the point of contact. You guys should be asking questions, being a commissioner of the county. If you didn't get something, or if you heard there was something, then you call the town clerk and say, hey, I've heard this, let's take care of it. What I hate is that we have this dysfunctional communication thing, then we make the paper, and it's just not good for the county.
So, your suggestion is, what's before us today, right now? What are we supposed to decide right now?
Just to,
The assessment or certificate of assessment.
The time for filing petition for judicial review of the maintenance assessment has expired.
Right.
The next action on that is to certify the assessments, right?
And it doesn't have, I mean.
And it does not have to be
we
done
don't-
yet.
We don't turn it into.
There's time to table that indefinitely until you take it off the table, to allow the main, petition for vacation to be filed, or to be assigned for hearing.
Okay, so my motion, help me frame my motion here then. My motion is to indefinitely table the, assessment,
Certification of assessment
certification of assessment,
for the George Hunt Drain.
the George Hunt Drain,
That's it, that's
until
enough.
we have the.
I think I would stop at that, make a second motion on the vacation.
All right, well, that's a motion right there, start.
so I have a motion to table, signing the petition, or the petition, the certificate, until further notice, or indefinitely?
Until the board takes it,
Until board can take action.
until the board takes it off the table.
Lauren? All right, have a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now we need to,
Now you have a petition for vacation of existing legal drain.
So I need to make a motion that we're going to, when we're gonna set that for hearing, right?
Yes, and I have verified the signatures, or Beth and I have, I think there may be one or two that's not valid, but everything else is valid, and they've got well over 10%.
Only requires 10%.
10% of the landowners.
so you guys are saying that you would take over the maintenance on that, when will you know for sure that you're gonna do this?
I don't know if we said that officially.
You're.
We can only take over the maintenance in town.
In town, right.
We can't
Yes.
take the trade man on us.
No.
We would do that in town.
So within the town corporation limits, we would maintain the George Hunt Drain is what you're asking?
Right.
Yeah.
Because my concern is you got two drains right in front of your house.
4 feet of water is what he told you last time.
Well, that was worse.
I know.
That was in the valley next to your house. So. But that's my concern.
Those are,
You know, if we
those are
start-
not George Hunt drains. Those are, they're tributaries running to them.
Right, but it's still part of it.
It's not the George, right, Don?
Correct, it'd just be a lateral off.
Right, it's a
But
lateral
still
off the
water.
George Hunt drain.
We can still explore funding
Yeah.
to repair
have to
stuff
fix those
over the
anyway,
hill.
Steve.
We don't
See, that's
want,
that was my biggest thing is everybody coming through town, so if the guy at the bottom of this wants to be a jerk, plug it up.
we
it's
don't
gonna
wanna
mess
cut it
everybody
off.
up.
We don't wanna cut it off down there. We don't wanna do
I know you
damage
can't
to
legally do it.
Right,
I'm just
that's not what
worried
we're
about
after.
citizens.
We could still explore funds to try to fix that, but it would be a hell of a lot sooner and better to do it now than wait for 4 years. But the point is, this all could have been done years ago, but the one person that's causing all the problems is the reason for all of this. We wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for that. There are options we could probably come up with.
But I have, see, you guys are very well familiar with this.
I understand.
And I'm not.
So you're playing
okay?
catch
You
up.
know every inch of this stuff. We haven't spent any money on this drain for a long time, is that correct?
It's never been put on the.
Ever.
Never been on,
Ever.
never been on
That's
maintenance.
just like the deer. creek.
Never.
It was put in 80, 100 years ago and never been on maintenance.
That's
Correct.
true.
The only thing with vacating it, you lose your easements, which we got 25 foot on each side of them to get
What'd
equipment into work.
you say about relinquish?
When we relinquish it over to a town, then you still keep the easements and get to use them. And it's
So
not,
that's better
So
for
benefit
everybody.
for
and
you
it's,
guys.
you guys are in charge of it, and
And that would help
Once-
fix it if you ever needed to. You still have the easements is what you're saying?
Maybe it's a wording thing.
Right, you wanna keep the easements. Nobody wants to give the easements away
that's,
because you may need
vacate
them.
does that.
Right, that doesn't, well,
Yeah.
So maybe you need to bring me a new petition.
Well, we may, you're saying the wording would be relinquish, right?
we don't wanna vacate and lose any easements. That's stupid. Because you may have to fix it. I mean,
Mr. Chairman,
we may need that.
It's better if that be done before this vacation comes to hearing, honestly. That's the thing.
So basically, we tabled the signing of the certificate,
Yeah,
so now you bring us a new one saying that you,
Instead of vacate, says relinquish.
right,
In the town limits.
within.
Yeah, actually, I think we had a form,
yeah, we already had
we had a
it.
form, I got one down, in I mean, I just had to redo the dates and stuff, but it had it all, I sent
I'm
it to
just
you
saying, I thought we had
guys.
one ready at one time.
Yeah, we sent it to you guys, all I had to do was sign it and then.
Nobody wants to lose the easements because
Yeah.
when it needs fixed, if it does, you have to have it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
That was something that came up, maybe Ted didn't say it in public at the meeting out there, but I heard him say it to us, you don't wanna lose the easement.
no.
And so, that has been a concern of mine.
Well, nobody wants to do, that's stupidity. Yeah, nobody wants to lose the easement because when you gotta fix it,
We
you
were all
gotta
on
have
the
it.
same idea, we're all the same, you had something you wanted to say.
I talked to you about this before, but if we happen to have another meeting, is there any way the president could schedule it for Camden like we did the one meeting? Because all the people that signed that petition, I personally went around town and drove, caught people standing out in their yard, talked to them and everything. And they all said, hey, let us know when the meeting is, cause we'll be there. And I said, it'll be at 11 o'clock on the third Monday of the month. And they said, well, there ain't no way I can make it, I gotta work. So if it's just gonna be, if it's
I'm
just
sitting here
gonna
on
be a
vacation, don't tell my
Camden,
boss.
Yeah, if it's just gonna be a Camden thing, right, could it be in
Have a
Camden if
special
you want the
hearing?
public?
yeah, have a special hearing if you.
Mr. Chairman, the suggestion that was made by the engineer at the meeting, maybe it was privately to me, I agree with completely. And this is a way that towns that have stormwater utilities are doing it. The towns are the ones that can act, the town councils, on behalf of their towns to become the payors of the assessments on regulated drains within their corporate limits. That does two things. That makes the town council the representative of those residents in the town legally. And they are responsible for payment of assessments, but they also have the mechanism to charge fees for drainage that can pay for those assessments. So I think that that is something that they should consider, doing while this is all pending. That doesn't have to wait until, the board acts on a relinquishment and transfer or a vacation, you know, that could be done by the town now.
Our difficulty with that is that we don't have an assessment right now. So it's a public hearing, and anyone at a public hearing should be able to speak.
There's no stormwater fees?
No, the town does have.
We have stormwater,
Yes.
but we have no assessment on the county drains, so how would we be representatives to the county?
Well, that, the town can, include the cost of paying the assessments of the residents for, in the stormwater utility.
We do,
Yeah, we do that already.
we do that.
That's why
But
they're
not on
upset.
this one, this is a county drain.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that the
Oh, they
mechanism is in
take that payment
is in the
in?
drainage code that the town council can say, we're gonna pay a municipality, it can be a city, it can be the
Yeah.
city of Indianapolis.
We have that currently, so we have all three
Yeah,
town board members
we're
here
doing
today.
that currently.
Are gonna,
And the
but
clerk,
that
and
has
the
to be
lawyer.
communicated and
and
forwarded to the drainage board before, otherwise they've still gotta notify each individual individually. But if the town takes over paying the assessments for the regulated drain, even if it's eventually transferred or relinquished, the communication goes directly to the town.
I believe the first time when you guys were doing it, you hadn't set that before, or you hadn't set your stormwater all the way up yet.
That's probably right, cause it's been recent, last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I got a question, if we go after a grant and get enough money to fix the Hunt drain, well, outside the city limits too, are you guys willing to, pitch in whatever our proportion is?
To cover the grants.
Huh?
That's
Can we do that?
I don't know if we can or
Would
not.
we'd have to ask for money from the council, right?
What is the money we're getting, where's the grant coming from, Ken?
I need to find out, it would come from the state revolving funds, Indiana Finance Authority.
Which you guys get some.
But the payback for it, we could fix it if we get the money, and the percentage of 20%.
It would,
Um,
everybody would
Normally,
benefit.
20% is a hell of a lot better than paying for the whole thing. If we can get grant money, if you can come in and kick the 20% in to help us,
And fix it right.
and we could fix it for everybody with the grant, if the county would.
That would involve the county council.
I think it's
I think
some,
at one time I had the county council agreeing to give us 16 grand.
I think so,
On the
I
Yeah.
drain.
believe so, that's.
Yeah.
so I mean, if we
That's-
can,
Okay, I have a legal
Yes.
question here on this. Can we establish a drain? Okay, if we would relinquish to the town of Camden, everything that's within their town limits. Can we establish a county drain that is only from Swayze's up there to the town? And there'd be only one person putting into that drain?
I see.
you mean tie into our stormwater, is what you're saying?
Into the town limits.
Tie into the stormwater within the town limits,
Well, yeah, our drain would go into
Right,
there.
right. I know what you're saying.
into the
Create
stormwater.
a little drain.
So what I'm thinking of is, can we have a drain that only drains that little part that we're concerned about above the town?
It would be set, it would be vacating or relinquishing of part of it, you could retain jurisdiction over the part you don't vacate, or that you don't relinquish.
Okay,
It would, you would, eliminate a lot of your flow, I mean, coming from the park. You know how big those drains are at the park, they're
Yeah.
30 inch. You know, and then Swayze, I don't know what he's got out there.
But he tied in some new ones last year, I think, and, I mean, they're like 6 inch or something like that, they're not very big, but no more than he's getting in there.
So you would reroute that water instead of going through town and down out over the hill.
We at one point in time talked about rerouting it just at Cumberland Street over to the new storm drains we put in, and eliminate virtually everything north of there to the new 24-inch concrete storm drains we put in. It's maybe a possibility.
Feasibility engineering question, I mean, the legal answer is yes, you keep part of it, but is it gonna be financially viable? Will assessments be able to do what you need to do to reroute it and all that?
does it have to be rerouted? If we relinquish it to them, it's it's already hooked up to their drain then, right?
They would be taking over the whole, they're looking at taking over the whole thing, right, clear to the Deer Creek. You know,
What?
Town limits, no, just city
Within the
limits.
city limits,
City limits.
Town limit.
So it stops halfway on that hill.
above Leonard's.
So the people north,
Cut off.
is the park in town limits?
Maintain their own.
No, no, the
No,
ones down below would be.
The park is a township, it's its own thing, I mean,
Right.
I mean,
The town's not in, is the township in the town jurisdiction on that?
Which one?
the park.
Park,
Township.
so they'd be on their own.
Well, what we do is tie into our sanitary, and tie into our stormwater. That would take care of the park and Swayze's. Then you got down over the hill there at Leonard's, Laramore's, and Cripes. And you're probably not gonna get enough assessment off 3 landowners.
but we can go
You
to
can
loss.
forfund.
I mean, you're looking at taking your water somewhere else, right?
Yeah, going down by the cemetery and out that way in the
I
news.
mean, that way, I mean, right now it's a 24-inch tile down there, and that's why it's so pricey to fix, is,
Yeah.
I mean, that's, $20 a foot at least now. probably
That's what we put in our stormwater.
No, that's
But
part of the
if
other.
that, all that water up there is taken away, then he can go with the small pipe through there. We can redo it that way.
Agrees when they do this next project.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
on the east side of town, looks like it's probably around Robinson's area and Pizza King. You got these 1, 2, 3 or 4 little drains by themselves,
In red.
they're in red.
Those are,
Those there now.
those are state highway drains up, let me just see here.
I was gonna say, cause you said everything in red was towns.
Yes, those are state highway drains and they drain, Natural Creek over to the other side of Deer Creek to the east of town. Those are state highway, those are connected to state highway.
So are those supported by the state then?
Well, the town maintains them.
Yeah. They just show where the water goes.
Okay, so now you're going after more grant money, correct, for drainage?
We always ask for grant money.
Okay, there's about 2 here. So what are you proposing to do with that? What area?
Would you allow me to speak with the council and see what the council is willing to do?
Okay.
To come
I think
back
what
with
you
a
guys
draw?
need to do is come back with us with a plan, cause we're at a table signing the certificate. You guys come up with a plan, I'll be your point of contact if that's okay with these two, since I live in town.
I work for these 3, I'd have to get their
Right.
permission.
We can't discuss it right now.
Right,
That's, yeah.
but I'm just saying, the town people go back and
Yeah.
council
We'll do it in a
do their
meeting.
thing.
Thank you.
Then if we have to, we'll have a special meeting in town of Camden.
I think that's the best way.
All right, cause all this bickering ain't getting.
Thank you.
Oh, you need to set a hearing on the petition to vacate to keep it moving forward, it's not been withdrawn. And
So we-
you wanna set it out far enough,
But even though we're not gonna do the vacation, we're gonna set the hearing anyway,
we've got a petition, it's been filed, it's not been withdrawn.
Gotta set a hearing.
unless they
Set a
withdraw.
hearing.
Can we amend it? To say relinquish instead of abandoned or whatever it was? Vacate, can we,
It's been filed.
we won't be able to vote on it
It's been
until next
filed,
month.
it should be set for a hearing, it should be set far enough out that.
When's your next meeting, the 14th?
Yes, July
July.
14th.
It's
Our
gotta
next
be-
meeting
it's
won't
gotta
be
be
till
farther
late.
out.
Well, but, I mean, he's thinking for them to do something different.
Right.
I mean, can we go ahead and set here for vacation and they can change it, or,
Yes,
I mean.
yeah, but
I mean, yeah,
you,
at least we gotta act on it today.
you've gotta act on it.
Or they can withdraw it.
If the petition hasn't been withdrawn, and it needs to be set for a hearing.
We set it 2 months out, and if they decide to do something, then we can.
Yes, exactly.
We can do away with it or whatever.
Okay, so,
I think, what, you have a suggestion of a date for,
Well, they want to do it over there though, right? So, I mean,
so we set the meeting for next, the 19th of July?
need 2 months out.
2 months?
At least. You gotta, we gotta send notices out, and the next meeting will be, or you'd be pushing it to get 30 days.
if in the meantime, they vote to pay the assessment for the owners, it simplifies everything.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? If we go after funding from the state for this project, could we count on a letter of support from the drainage board?
Now that we're all on the same page, can we do that then?
What again?
Like financial support?
Financial-
No, just a letter saying.
Oh,
This is
That we,
support.
that we will relinquish.
which I think we did that for the George Lay, or the
Right.
James Lay, I think.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get funds for that.
Right.
For it to help better drainage. I don't have a problem with that.
So through your attorney, what date suits best for the town for us to do this hearing on the vacation?
Okay, just so I'm clear, and so we're, just so I'm clear, we're clear, you want a special hearing for, we filed a petition for vacation.
Right.
We wanna come up with a way to change the wording to,
Yeah, but we can set it, then you guys can change it. for
is
us.
it possible to withdraw the petition? And so we don't have to go through the special meeting, because I think we can all understand, we don't wanna vacate the drain. We wanna take it over and keep the easements and everything. I don't know if we can change the wording on the petition, everybody's gonna feel the same way about the assessment, but
Well, you've got all these owners, this is not the
I can-
town's petition, this is all of these owners.
Yeah.
You've gotta set it for a hearing,
Yeah,
unless they all withdraw it.
yeah.
well,
Or unless the town, votes to pay all the assessments for persons within
well,
the.
the assessment's not gonna take place till 2022. Is that what you just said out loud? Is that-
Yeah, but still, it's still under,
But it won't take, I mean, we have to sign it first.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we-
so
we
it's
delayed
it's
signing.
tabled, it's tabled now.
So basically what we need to do is we need to go ahead and set a hearing for this. You guys know up here, then we'll do.
Right, I mean,
Maybe
I just
throw it out.
I hate to waste anybody's time, but that's what's gonna
We can
happen.
just do it at our next drainage
Well,
board
Don't you
meeting.
have to send out a
Yeah,
letter
that's
to
it.
everybody there?
Yes.
See, that's wasting money too.
yeah, and it's, like, it was like 70-some letters, so.
Yeah, see,
$35
that's wasting more money. I'm just trying to find a way to not waste funds. We're all want the same thing. We're all on the same page here.
Yes.
I don't wanna waste money for something we know is silly.
Could I
I'm just trying to find a way,
Well-
whether it's withdrawal
One second.
petition,
All these people have signed it,
I
and
understand
the
that.
town is not involved in this.
the town is involved in this. I'm one of
Well,
those
I
people.
know it's not, it's
And
not.
the
owned-
town has properties that are assessed. They are involved and I'm
Okay,
representing.
but all these other owners have to
I think it's
withdraw
got
it.
one, yeah.
Set a hearing that's
To make it
far
legal.
enough out that.
Yeah,
Right,
so
I-
if we set this hearing for October,
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, except for.
So if you set it for October, you don't have to send a letter out until how far in advance? I'm just trying to save money. You see what I'm saying?
It's no more than.
No more than 45.
Less than 30.
Okay, fine.
No less
So
than
we're
30.
talking September before you'd have to send letters out.
Right.
Do that so we don't waste time and money, because otherwise you're just gonna throw good
And
money.
you're gonna
after
go
that.
through all these people and have them retract this?
Well, we can come up with another petition and have them sign it for not vacating, but the correct wording.
But we still got this one on file. That's the issue.
I understand that's on file, but if, that's what I'm trying to find
Right.
out. If you set the meeting till October and we submit another petition for the correct verbiage, will it
No, because this one's already been filed.
well, can't we could have two hearings on the same day, right?
not, see, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking
So
for.
we could,
There.
at
That's the
one time we
solution.
could say no on the vacating and yes on the
Yes.
In
relinquishing.
the
See,
same-
that's what I'm
in the
talking
same
about.
letter?
And he could send out one notice to both hearings.
That's
right?
smart money, that's what I'm looking for, so
That's what I was
doesn't
trying to
waste
think
money.
of, but it didn't come out right.
That way you're not wasting taxpayers' money, that's what we need. So we'll get another petition with the correct verbiage, and you can move that meeting out till October, and then we can reschedule for the same day.
You
Mr.
wanted
Chairman,
to
I'd
do it
like
in
to
the
make a
night meeting,
motion, we
right?
set
Yes,
our
please.
hearing on
About
this
30, is
for,
that late enough or not?
meeting in October, which would
It'll
be the
probably
third,
work, be better than the 11th.
the
Yeah.
18th of October, okay?
Yeah.
So I have a motion to move this vacation to October 18th.
The petition for whatever else you wanna do doesn't have to be signed by so many people.
Well, we wanted to make sure we had over half, we wanted to make sure we had the right amount.
I mean, we just like to see, like, when we go to put maintenance on, we like to see 50%, but it only requires 10, but, yeah.
Well, you
A
had over 50.
relinquishment goes to a hearing before these people, but it's initiated by the municipality.
Okay, so tell me what we need to do legally, so I'm not wasting anybody's time.
I'll tell the surveyor, I'm not your attorney.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
tell me,
Send
so
it
I,
to Camden.
just, that way we have in writing what we need to do, so
What you
this
need to
doesn't happen
do is
again.
have your attorney contact our attorney and then let them work out the legal deals.
That's all I'm
Because
asking
I'm gonna
for.
direct
As long
Ted
as
to communicate with your
You know what I'm
attorney.
saying, I wanna be on the
So
same
we're
page.
there.
How many signatures you need to make it legal, we'll get it right and we'll get it done and we can fix this.
We've got a
If we have a
document
vote on
that we
that.
started.
Yeah.
So,
You second it.
no,
Okay.
yeah, so the vacation existing for the, this one, October 20th was, or 18th, is that right?
Yeah, but they're saying, what time you get set up for, cause it was 2 weeks.
Well, this one here only gonna show up for us, we can just do this one at a regular meeting. And we can always change this one too, can't we?
Just set that meeting.
Yeah, we're just setting out, waiting for everybody to get their paperwork.
Notice everybody. You can continue it without re-notification.
This one,
Well, we're setting that for October.
Yeah.
And if they change it, they're gonna do it away with it then.
Right.
But.
we're just trying to get
Set
it
it
done.
up for the same time, if they want to can, so we're gonna do it can. In the evening.
They could have a set of meetings, their board at the same time, you're saying?
Yes, they do, but they probably should do it before. Yeah.
Okay, I'm off.
I mean, there's just having a, we're gonna have a meeting that night, we could.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I thought we was just gonna have a meeting, just to have a meeting, and this one just kinda like disappeared once they get all that paperwork.
We should do both of them at the same time.
So this one here has to be in the evening, on that same day. So you just need to change your time of your motion.
Oh, okay.
What time?
What time we do it the last time out there?
Well, we started at 4:30, we didn't get to them until, like, close to 6.
Was it 4:30?
5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
5:30 is in my motion.
Alright, so I have a motion to do the hearing on vacation and possibly second hearing, the October 18th at 5 o'clock.
In Camden.
In Camden.
Yeah, 5:30.
5:30? 5:30? 5:30. And do I have a second? Alright, all in favor, say aye. Aye. So October 18th, Ms. Ann, would you tell your council to have the building ready for us at 5:30?
Say yes,
18th.
say yes.
Okay. Does that work? Yeah. And you have a question, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir. I have a question for the board, and perhaps if the board doesn't know the answer, they may ask your attorney for the answer. Question of the board is, if the town at their next council meeting votes under the statute that was cited, again, I'm not an attorney, I can have that attorney answer if I want to. If the town votes to take over the assessment for the residents inside the town of Camden, does that then transfer all those people back to the board and they can make the decision legally?
Yes. That's what the statute
Okay.
says.
How would the town notify you at their next council meeting if they've done that?
Contact me, I'm the president of the hearing.
Thank you. Okay.
Then I'll relay it to the survey.
Okay, that's, all right, thank you.
So from now on George Hunt Grant, I'm the point one, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you're my neighbors, you come meet me in the baseball bat.